could stand up if you want.
So show of hands, who all has been to a gym before? Pretty much everybody. Well, this is my foray into working out. So I've been working out for about 23, 24 years. And it all started when I was about 14. We had gym class, and we normally just did like a dodgeball, volleyball, running, all that kind of stuff. But one day the coach, he told us we're gonna go to the workout center. So we went to the workout center, and there's all these weights. There's like the dumbbells, the squat rack, the bench press, the leg press, all that kind of stuff. And so the coach proceeded to just show us how to do all the workouts, what each workout did, all that kind of stuff. But I specifically remember we did like the bench press and then the squat. And I remember we like maxed out on those two things. And I specifically remember that my bench press was 45 pounds, which is just a bar. And my squat was 45 pounds, which was just a bar too. And if you all know, like the bench press is pretty much, you get the weight and you just push it off your chest. So it's mostly chest and arms. And the squat is usually have the weight like this, and you just go down and it's mostly like legs. And so, needless to say, I was like the weakest one of all the kids. And I was surprised, but some of the kids are like 80 pounds and even over 100 pounds. And so I was pretty disappointed. And when I got back to my house, I remember my arms were sore for like a whole 2 weeks. And I just kept like feeling them and touching them and stuff. But I guess you can say I got like the fitness bug at that time. So I proceeded to go to my house and was thinking about how I can get stronger. And so I went to Walmart, and they have in the fitness place in Walmart where you can buy stuff, they have these big boxes where you can buy like a bench press and you can put it together at your house. And I bought that with my allowance money, and I also bought like they had these concrete weights, and I bought that too. And pretty much I took it all to my house. I told my dad, I was like, where can I buy like a squat rack though? And then he welded with like tube metal, like a squat rack. And picture this, in my room was pretty small, but the squat rack and all these weights filled up more than half my room. And so I would just like work out every day and with no real strategy really. But I did go to like CVS and Walmart and read like the magazines. There was these girls and the guy magazines where you can see how they work out and stuff. So I kind of got some strategy from that, but not really. And sometimes I would buy the magazines, sometimes I would just read them. And so over time, I would just work out every day and kind of get stronger. And then sometimes my friends and family came over to work out, and they just worked out with me. But over time, I was getting stronger. And then like about a year later, I was 15 years old, and we went to the fitness center again, and my bench was 135. Wow. And my squat was 135. Whoa. But I was still pretty skinny though. But I was the strongest of all the kids though. Wow. So I was really surprised. And the coach was really surprised too. But about a year later, I went to high school and I joined like powerlifting. It's like a sport where you do like the bench press, you do the squat, and you do the deadlift. And the deadlift is where you just pick the weight off the ground. So it's like mostly your back. And you pretty much go school to school and compete with the other kids and kind of see who's the strongest. But I did it for 4 years. And the coach taught us how to do like more form. They taught us how to do more, pretty much how to do the form and stuff and the strategy. But we pretty much did that for 4 years. And I was one of those kids who just pretty much picked up whatever I saw, like a random thing, like a rock or like a couch or anything like that. So people started calling me like the Hulk. Everything. But over time, even after high school, I was still working out. And I was from a small town, and I came to the DFW, and I was still working out. Did like the lifting competitions, and I also did like the strongman competitions. You've probably seen like, some of you've seen like the World's Strongest Man, where they have these huge guys, 400 pounds, like 6'5", and they would pick up the stones in the front end of cars, and they pull the trucks. So I did like amateur events in that too. And over time, it's very ego driven. It really shows how far you can push your mind and your body. But working out's taught me a few things. It's taught me like patience. It takes a long time to do what you want. It's taught me goal setting. You have a goal and you strive for the goal. Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't, but you keep on going ahead. And it's taught me accountability, because all these 23, 24 years, no one's told me to go to the gym. I always just gone. And so I've come a long way from that skinny kid, and I still work out today. Toastmaster?